well, good morning, class. This is gonna be a bit of a long one here, but I hope you all had a good weekend, so please find your seats, and we will begin. This is gonna be about strike crafts. I think it might pique some of y'all's interest, also known as a bomber. So let's begin. Alright, strike crafts or bombers are 30 meters long and 10 meters wide. Their task is to use big torpedoes and take down or severely damage capital ships. Mag-launched bombs are the primary weapon of choice against stationary installations or planetary targets. Most of the star states use light bombers since these ships are less expensive, easy to maintain, and replaceable. To fit the role that design has to have the ability to carry at least one torpedo, sport heavy plate armor, and point defense turrets. Regardless of being the most widely used type of strike craft, light bombers are never sent out to take the beefiest targets. Obviously. Of course, the meat shield wall will quickly dispose of them. So, they are the best employed to raid enemy supply lines, attack convoys of slow-moving transports. So, a raiding party. With its range and speed, this type of strike craft has better chance of staying in the operation area for longer periods of time and escape from convoy escorts after its attack run. The quote-unquote proper bomber design also has long range but lacks speed to chase after the nimbly little transports. So, you're gonna have to go for the turtles. You're gonna have to leave the hares alone. Designed to carry a lot of torpedoes, this craft is best used to take down big capital ships. So, basically a hunting party at that point. Now, the Terran bombers are rarely light. Contrary to popular alien strategic doctrines, only colonists employ light bombers. Now, the F.U.N. bomber squadrons consist entirely of medium bombers. So, you know, their armor, their plating, and everything else is, it ain't light, but it ain't heavy. It's kind of the middle of the road. Such can carry up to 4 torpedoes, multiple mag-launched bombs, and even anti-capital ship cannons. So, kind of a threat. Terran bombers are built around a laser railgun or plasma cannon with torpedo hardpoint safety shielded under their armor plating. So, even a harder hitting target. They, of course, are equipped with multiple point defense turrets that cover all possible angles of an enemy attack. So, with that, it's kind of hard to put them down unless you got some range on them. In battle, a Terran bomber often uses its torpedoes to soften the target before moving in closer to finish the job with its long cannon. Now, the F.U.N. squadrons follow the tried and tested tradition of having support crafts flying either in the bomber formation or closely behind. Now, with that sort of a tactic, as long as those fighters stay with the bombers, very few bombers will ever go missing. Of course, if you go with the whole follow your enemy all the way back to his home, which a lot of fighters tend to do, you're going to lose a lot of bombers. So for you fighter types, stick with your bombers. Now let's see. And those vary between refitted shuttlecraft, dropships, and even small transports who provide immediate rearm, refuel, and on-the-spot patchwork repairs. As such, the F.U.N. bomber squadrons often act independently from the carrier vessels. That allows Terran commanders to be more flexible in their choice of battlefield tactics. Now, regardless of their size or armaments, bombers are a dangerous opponent and not to be underestimated. An apt commander, if you ever find one, always keeps his bomber squadrons in reserve and ready to stab his opponent in the jugular. That is to say, the nick, for those of you who don't speak smart. The F.U.N. tactics sometimes require that their bombers perform long-range strike ops against distant targets, which they are experts at pulling off, which I will admit. Sometimes landing back on their carrier decks on fumes. Of course, they're crazy, but it is effective. And of course, we're going to end this with another quote from an unknown individual, but I like it. So, quote is such: "Time to weep, time to howl out in terror. The Terrans are coming, and their bombers carry swarms of torpedoes with our starship names written on the tip of their warheads." End quote. Alrighty. Well, that's all I got for the day. So go ahead and read chapter, 7 through 8. 7 and 8, apologies. And get back with me on the morrow, and I'll answer any questions you have after that. Alrighty? Well, that's all I got for now. You are dismissed.